Oh, folks. Yep, we get to start with an oh, folks moment this morning. So, I've been going through the Calumet County evidence logs, and I have found a number of shit that's just like, what the fuck? So, first of all, before I get started, I would like it noted that I know that there's quite a few people that wish I'd just go the fuck away. Here's my thing about that, folks. If you want me to go the fuck away, how about you tell your so-called officials to quit being so goddamn corrupt? Because that's the only time I'm going to go away, motherfuckers. I don't care what you try to throw at me. All right, on to the Calumet County evidence logs. So, the first page, it's pretty standard shit. Control swab, swab abstain, blah, blah, blah. However, on the second page, it gets good. And yes, I will link this down below in the description so that you all can enjoy the fucked up-itness. Here in the middle of the page, as you'll see I've highlighted, a number of possible hair fibers. Not just any hair though, folks. This orange one in the middle of all the pink, possible black hair? Who the fuck in this case has black hair? I'm going to make you think. Then, remember Miss Culhane and how on the stand she testified that she was never given any bedding or bed materials to test? I call bullshit. They took plenty of bedding. Right here we've got comforter and blanket, comforter. Probably because they knew that there wasn't shit on the bedding. So either she didn't bother to test it or she tested it, it came out negative, and she wanted to explain that away, or the prosecution wanted to underscore that and just say, oh, well, it was never tested. Please. You're trying Stephen Avery for rape and murder and you didn't test the bedding? You didn't give her any bedding to test? You didn't collect it? Bullshit! Here's a couple that I find weird. Why the fuck would they collect this for evidence, folks? Paperback book, The Secret Years. Paperback book, Gilda Radner, It's Always Something. What the fuck is that evidence of? That they read? Here's what's really going to fucking jerk your chain though, folks. Check this out. Right there. Fingerprints from Andrew Colburn and James Link. Why would they collect their own officers' fingerprints? Folks, here's something that a lot of people don't know. When you're a public servant, when you work in law enforcement, you have to give your fingerprints, your palm prints, the whole fucking 9 yards, and it's all entered into APHIS. So why would they need to take Colburn and Link's fingerprints? Isn't that some weird shit right there? Black fiber again, possibly hair. What appears to be hair? What appears to be hair? A bunch, a shitload of women's panties. Stephen Avery had a fiance. Wouldn't it stand to reason that a good majority of those are hers? This is what's really going to fucking kick you in the head though, folks, is check out the orange highlighted in the middle of pink. A tissue from the gravel mount. And that wasn't tested for DNA? Culhane, you suck at your job. I'm just saying. About as much as you suck at doing your hair. Although I don't think anybody can suck at their job that much, even you. This is what really gets me though, folks, is here they describe stuff that had no business being taken into evidence because there was absolutely no evidence of a rape ever occurring. 2 sexual devices, 1 vibrator, 1 dildo. Miscellaneous pornographic materials and identifiers. There's 2 entries for that. Pornographic photos. That sounds to me like those are homemade and ew. Magazine, Hustler. Maroon case containing vibrator. And another entry for bag containing sheets and pillowcases from South Bedroom. Really, Culhane? You weren't given any fucking bedding to test? You lying bitch. Here's where it gets interesting though, folks, is now they start going into all the bone and bone fragments. Suspected non-human bones. Non-human bone fragments. Suspected non-human bones. Plastic bag with burned material. Unknown melted item with clothing fiber. Bone not suspected to be human. Okay, folks, if she was burned in Stephen Avery's burn pit, unless they threw a dog in there with her, why would there be non-human bones among her bones? Something very fucking weird is happening here.
Sit down.
Necklace. I didn't hear anything about a necklace anywhere, did you? Bed pillow, pillow, blanket, sheets, blanket, pillowcase, pillow, bed sheet, pillow with red stain, bed blanket, fitted sheet with 2 pillowcases, bed sheet. Again, you weren't given any fucking bedding to test, Culhane? Film negatives. What film negatives? I don't remember that ever being introduced at trial. Probably because the film negatives didn't support the prosecution's theory, their storyline, and they didn't want anybody to know about it. Tire impression cast. If that tire impression had matched any of the Avery vehicles, they would have been only too happy to introduce that at trial. So whose tire does it match? Pillowcase with red stain. This one is really interesting. Mountain Dew can on the other side of the fence adjacent to Mercury car. That could possibly have the killer's DNA on it and they didn't run that? Part of female blue jeans pant leg. Notice that it doesn't say chart on there anywhere. A little strange, don't you think? Rubber penis cover. Gold-colored necklace. Unidentified charred material. Unidentified material. Unidentified material. Suspected bone fragment, unknown material, suspected non-human bone fragment, suspected non-human bone fragment, unidentified bone, non-human bone, possible bone, and nobody thinks that out of all of those bone fragments coming up as non-human, they still try to hold to the story that that's where she was burned. No, folks, I'm sorry. She was burned in an animal incinerator or in that fucking deer cooker on the goddamn hunting property near the quarry. You heard it here first. Here is what I don't understand. If any of you identify this name, could you do me a favor and shoot me an email on over to officialcluetv@gmail.com, please? Right there. Who the fuck is Robin Latursky? Who is that? And why have we not heard that before now? Cloth rope. First I've heard of it, probably because it wasn't yellow and didn't fit up with Brendan Dassey's narrative. Miscellaneous pornographic material. Astroglide, personal lubricant. Did you run out, Kratz? Bed sheets with red stains. A ceramic lion. The fuck does that have to do with this? pillow, bed comforter, blanket. And this is the pièce de résistance. Check this shit out, highlighted in orange. Key copy for Toyota RAV4. 2 items below that. 2 keys on a 2003 key ring. Do you guys remember hearing anything about that at trial? I don't remember Dean Strang or Jerry Buting mentioning that at all. Which to me says, and now I'm speculating here, I'll put that out there. If Dean Strang and Jerry Buting knew of this, they would have said something. It would have been introduced at trial. Which to me says the state withheld evidence. I'm coming for you, baby. You better watch your ass, because mama's coming. Women's camo insulated boots. Quilt. Flour tin containing plastic bag with ash substance. Speaking of ashes. Mattress, headboard, mattress, metal bed frame. Carpet, off-white. Box spring. Box spring mattress. Rear door off of Suzuki Samurai. Nightstand and wooden nightstand. 2 separate entries right there at the bottom, folks. What in the fuck? Vial of Stephen Avery's blood. Folks, you go through this evidence log, and suddenly a picture emerges of a complete cover-up. Because I'm sorry, but if this thing supported the narrative of Stephen Avery having committed this murder at all, we would have heard of every single piece of evidence that was in that log at trial. The fact that most of it was not brought up at trial screams cover-up. It screams it. So I say again, I call bullshit. There is something very fucking wrong going up there. I'm going to go through the Manitowoc County evidence log now. So stay tuned for that. Don't forget to subscribe to me here on YouTube. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. And down below in the description, I will put the link for our GoFundMe campaign to start Clue TV. Thank you all very much for watching. We'll see you soon.